Okay, this is happening. Hi, how are you? This is Deb from Venus Theater. We're just about to close Woman Empowering Project number 59 on Sunday. Very excited about that. Dedicating the whole year to Trisha McCauley, so it's 2017 to a T. Love notes to a friend. And Trisha had originally given me her copy of Suffrage Plays way back in the 90s when I was complaining that there weren't enough challenging roles for women. So in about less than 10 years, 400 plays were written at the other turn of the century. We're celebrating 5 of them. So it's just great to do that. And then we're going right in on Monday. We close on Sunday, and on Monday we go into rehearsal and process for our 60th Woman Empowering script called Tunnel Vision by Andrea Lepsio. This is inspired by Beckett and Waiting for Godot, but it's 2 women. And what does it mean? What does theater of the absurd mean when there are no female writers of the absurd from that era? So looking at the existentialists, the women, and thinking about this moment before nothing and how much permission there is in that to sort of wobble, like be fragmented, be absurd, and what it means to admit the moments without attachment in any kind of way, just the singular moment, as absurd as it may be. And I think for women it's different than men, and that's what I'm so excited to explore. Like, these 2 women find something together, and I feel like with the men it was different, and you had the vaudeville aspect, and so it's just been really fun to do the research for this. I just want to say that there's an intimacy to Venus, and our production value, like we don't launch rockets or something on stage, and we have projections, but I don't like to rely on that. I like to rely on the artistry of the playwright and the whole team and the actors on the stage. And so I feel like, especially with new plays, which now we begin again on Monday, it has to work on that level. And if it doesn't work on that level, it needs to go back to the writer for some revisions. That being said, I also feel like every play needs 3 full productions, and that's not a reading. And if you read a play too much, it ends up being a great play to read. So I'm very proud of Venus to have been in this space for 11 years, to provide a home for women. This is our 60th, as I said. That's a very modest count. And for our living playwrights, as well as the ones who have been ignored in history. So it's pretty exciting. We're up tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 8, then Sunday at 3. We close, and then we begin again on Monday. There is an intimacy that reminds me of Trisha, and the whole season's dedicated to Trisha, and the way that we would just stay up for hours talking and making connection. And I feel like that's such a part of her legacy, is this idea of people connecting and really not going into your device, not going home and separating out, but hanging out in the lobby, or just hanging out and talking through something in your life. It doesn't have to be great or big, but connecting, it's just such a big, important part of her spirit. And so our fundraiser is called Inspiration Greenstorm, because I won't lie, there have been setbacks in this process. There have been PTSD triggers. There have been episodes where it's been intense, and I couldn't talk. I could only sob and cry, but I was surrounded by these artists who kind of just lifted me up and kept the show going and did everything that needed to be done to land it. And so I just want to extend my incredible depth of gratitude to them for their amazing contribution. And I look forward to going into this 2-hander. And if you can make a contribution to Inspiration Greenstorm, that's great. If you can make it to a show, that would mean a lot. But I understand the world is terrifying, almost from every angle right now, and especially for women. So for women, and for women who have had to survive, I want to say you're not alone, and we're going to keep dancing in the street until the dance takes over the world. That's my plan. See you at the Shack, or sometime soon.